Concept: integrated skills, writing format of a report. A proposal, 建議書, is a plan of giving suggestions for people to solve problems. In the listening paper, this can be a long task following the instructions listed out in the memo of the boss. Format of a proposal, 常用格式 A. A letter, 一封信嘅格式 or B. Schematic form, 示意型嘅格式. Key elements of the letter form proposal include heading, salutation, complimentary close, and signature and name in capital letter. For schematic form, the main elements are heading, subheadings, complimentary close, and signature, and name in capital letter, the last two of which are optional. Example 1. Letter form, 一封信嘅格式. Dear Sir, proposal, school radio program. Noticing that the school's public address system is not fully utilized, 運用, on behalf of the Students' Association, I would like to suggest establishing a radio program using the public address system, which will be broadcast 廣播, during lunch hours and after lessons. Areas that will be covered. There are basically 3 areas that will be covered: school notices, song dedication, 音樂點唱, and special programs. The basic function of the public address system, 公佈系統, is to make school announcements. We will extend this function to announcements, school events, and other announcements related to the school administration, 管理. This will be one of the most effective ways of spreading information at school, since the sound of the amplifier, 擴音器, can be heard throughout the campus. Since there will not be too many announcements per day, we plan to use the remaining time to broadcast different kinds of music. Students can participate by joining the song dedication program, dedicating songs to their friends, teachers, or any staff at school. They can either choose from the song lists provided by the Students' Union, or they can provide their own CD. This can create a more relaxing, 輕鬆的 atmosphere during the leisure hours at school. We will also interview people from both inside and outside schools. For example, we will interview our school principal and teachers on school policy. Or we can also invite composers, 作曲家, or writers to share their experience with us. I'm sure students will be able to learn from the interviewees. Organizer, helpers. We will recruit volunteers, 義工, from Form 3 or above to join us in organizing this program. Helpers will take shifts to make sure that their workload will not be too burdensome. Possible benefits. This radio program is informative as well as entertaining, 有娛樂性. Students will be able to acquire organization skills and interpersonal skills, since students will be responsible for the whole program. Audiences can also gain a large variety of knowledge and entertainment and benefit from the program. As aforesaid, 上述, the school's public address system can be utilized. Thus, this program is definitely worthwhile to be established. Yours faithfully, Chris Wong, Chairman, Student Association. Example 2. Schematic form, 示意性的形式. For example, a memo, 備忘錄. Below is the prompt of the proposal. To Chairperson of Student Union, from the Principal, Ms. Law. Date, 18th of December, 2015. Subject, Drug Awareness Day. I'm seriously concerned about the increased drug use among secondary school students in Hong Kong. I would like to organize an event such as a Drug Awareness Day to educate our students about the dangers of drug abuse and to prevent early drug use among youth. Please send me a proposal for the event, including the theme, the activities to be held, and other details next week. Notice the reader is the school principal, and you must include details of the activities, which should be found in the data file. Proposal for Drug Awareness Day. Part 1. Introduction. As the chairperson of Student Union, I would like to propose a Drug Awareness Day. The school principal is seriously concerned about the drug use problem among secondary school students in Hong Kong. A Drug Awareness Day is therefore essential to help students understand the dangers of drug abuse and to prevent early drug use among youth. Part 2. Drug Awareness Day. Part 2.1. Date, time, and venue. As suggested by our supervising teacher, Ms. Lee, the committee members would like to organize the Drug Awareness Day on Thursday, the 7th of January, 2016, from 9:30 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon in the school hall. Part 2.2. Activities. We would like to propose these drug awareness activities: a slogan competition, a singing performance, a debate, a talk, and some group names. The aim is to teach students to stay away from drugs. These activities focus on the realities and dangers of drug abuse and the strategies to resist involvement in drug use. Part 2.3. Speaker. We plan to invite a public liaison officer from the Hong Kong Police to give a talk on fighting drug abuse. The topic of the talk will be Say No to Drugs. Part 3. Person in charge. The committee members of the Student Union will be in charge of the event, including recruiting volunteers, inviting speakers, organizing the competition, and promoting the event. The school prefects have agreed to help maintain order and discipline during the group games and performance. Part 4. Conclusion. I believe that the proposed activities will be effective in sending the correct message about drugs to students. I hope that you will see the merit of our suggestions and allow our students to participate in the Drug Awareness Day. Should you agree to this proposal, I will ask the subcommittee of the Student Union to develop a full plan, which we will present to you before we proceed. 有一堆英文動詞如 demand, propose, suggest, advise, recommend 等，都係要向人提出意見、建議或忠告。喺語氣上就係認為對方應該或有必要去做某事，所以呢啲動詞後面其實藏咗一個隱形嘅 should 嘅後面自然就要用到動詞嘅原形 bare infinitive。should 通常都可以被省略嘅。留意以上嘅常用建議動詞外，仲有以下嘅形容詞及名詞可以達到表達建議嘅效果。Verbs: suggest, demand, insist, advise, request, stipulate, recommend. Adjectives: important, vital, essential, crucial, necessary, imperative, recommended. Nouns: requirement, necessity, law, regulation, stipulation, must, ordinance. Examples. Number 1. I recommend that he should take the bus. Example 2. It was imperative that John should call at the moment. Number 3. It is a city ordinance that all pet owners should keep their animals on a leash, 皮帶 Example 4. I suggest that the opening hours of the school canteen should be extended 延长 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right now to 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Example 5. It is recommended that you should pick up a bottle of Watson's pure distilled water as soon as you've finished your workout. Example 6. It is imperative that public health should be put on the top of the government's priority list. 優先處理的事情. Example 7. 5 major women's rights associations have condemned 譴責 the Enjoy magazine and demanded that the magazine should apologize 道歉 to the singer. Example 8. With the food poisoning 食物中毒 cases appearing in the news, it is a must that better hygiene should be maintained in the school cafeteria, equivalent to canteen. Example 9. It seems quite reasonable that this severe punishment should be reserved 保留 for those who commit the most serious crimes. Languages for writing a proposal. To make your proposal more persuasive and formal, you can also use the following features. Number 1. Repetition. Repeating a single word a number of times to emphasize a particular point is called repetition. Example from the text. We will all suffer for years unless we stop using too many plastic bags, stop wasting too many plastic bags, and stop dumping plastic bags in the landfills. Number 2. Showing a purpose. You always need to show that there is a purpose in your proposal so that people will accept your suggestions. You may use the following phrases. Example from the text. With the aim of cutting down the use of plastic bags, I suggest supermarkets launch the Say No to Plastic Bags campaign. In order to limit the excessive use of plastic bags, I would like to give the following suggestions. Number 3. Urge people to accept your proposal. Provide recommendation in a firm but less forceful way and urge people to accept your proposal. The following phrases are recommended. I recommend that we. I propose that we. We should also. I believe that. We could. It is a fact that, or which means that. If we were to, it would. I suggest we would then be able to. I feel strongly that we should. I trust you will give my proposal your full consideration. This is the end of the recording. Now try the following exercise to test yourself. Goodbye. Exercise. Read the following prompt before completing the exercise.